An exciting discovery was recently made in an ancient dump site near the Old City Wall in East Jerusalem. Now, controversy has swirled around this archaeological dig, as well as others in Israel, because many enemies of Israel and many Bible skeptics see these digs as attempts to uphold Jewish claims to the Holy Land and even to uphold the authenticity of the Bible itself. However, this exciting recent discovery not only tells a piece of an ancient and true story, but we yet again have another piece of evidence validating the authority of Scripture. What was found in this ancient dump near the old city walls? The answer is a small clay seal, also called a bulla, about a half an inch wide and estimated to be about 2,700 years old. This ancient seal bears an ancient Hebrew description which reads, belonging to Hezekiah, son of Ahaz, king of Judah. This ancient royal seal is the first ever known to be found of an Israelite or Judean king in modern times. And it was apparently discarded in this refuse dump many centuries ago, perhaps as long as 2,700 years ago, during or shortly after the reign of King Hezekiah. The front of the seal includes the description, belonging to Hezekiah, son of Ahaz, king of Judah, and includes an image of a two-winged sun with the wings facing downwards and two ancient Ankh symbols on either side. So who was Hezekiah? Hezekiah's reign is chronicled in 2 Kings 18 and 2 Chronicles 29. The chronology of King Hezekiah's reign is difficult to establish with certainty. Some scholars use the account of the Assyrian siege of the northern kingdom found in 2 Kings 18, verses 9 through 10, to place Hezekiah's reign from about 728 BC to about 699 BC. Whereas other scholars also consider ancient Assyrian records and place his reign from about 715 BC, probably after a co-regency with his father Ahaz, which would have begun in probably 728 BC. Now we know that Hezekiah was a righteous king who lived in a very dangerous and tumultuous time. Scripture tells us that he attempted to remove paganism from the land of Judah and to establish true worship of God. Some of this is noted in 2 Kings 18, verses 1 through 4. And God preserved a very favorable account of ancient King Hezekiah, which can be found in 2 Kings 8, verse 5, which says that after him was none like him among all the kings of Judah, nor among them that went before him. It seems probable that Hezekiah did at first reign jointly with his evil father Ahaz, and that this ancient seal or bulla was struck during Hezekiah's co-reign. Now this seems plausible for a couple reasons. First, the inscription specifically mentions that he was the, quote, son of Ahaz. And that would have been typical of a newly ascended king. That would help him to assert his dynastic legitimacy, especially when his actual father was the prior king. But it also would have been very common if the son had been newly ascended to be joint ruler with the still living father. Second, Scripture is very clear that Hezekiah removed paganism and idolatry from the land. And it is doubtful that after his father had died, Hezekiah would have used, for example, the pagan Ankh symbols. Regardless, this 2,700-year-old royal seal is yet another powerful testimony to the authority and authenticity of the Bible. But Hezekiah's royal seal is not the only external reference to the ancient king. There are other references to Hezekiah found outside of the Bible, such as Sennacherib's Prism, which can be found in the British Museum today. This artifact is a six-sided hexagonal clay prism that was discovered in 1830 in ancient Nineveh, the ancient capital city of the Assyrian Empire during Hezekiah's time. That area is now found near Mosul, the modern city in Iraq. This ancient prism contains the conquests of the mighty Assyrian king Sennacherib and states that his powerful army conquered 46 of Hezekiah's walled cities in Judah and also shut up Hezekiah, quote, like a caged bird, unquote, while Jerusalem was being besieged. Now, the Bible tells that it was this same Assyrian army camped outside and besieging Jerusalem that an angel of the Lord visited in one night and killed 185,000 of Sennacherib's soldiers. You can find that account in 2 Kings 19:35. Neither Herodotus, known as the father of ancient history, nor Josephus, known as a famous Roman Jewish historian, give credit to God. But interestingly, both of those historians do note in their writings that there was some unexpected and mysterious event that they refer to as some sort of plague, and that did devastate Sennacherib's army when it was outside Jerusalem. We do not need archaeological evidence to prove that the Bible is true. But just like Sennacherib's prism and now Hezekiah's seal, the more time that goes by, the more archaeological discoveries are made that do support the authority of the Bible. As we consider the lessons of Hezekiah's seal and Sennacherib's prism, we should be thankful that God has given us His Bible and has preserved it authoritative and true. This is Wyatt Ciesielka with the Webcast for Tomorrow's World.